Hi, today I'm going to answer a question that my one of my audience members asked me during a presentation that I gave a couple of weeks ago. They asked, Felicia, what do I do about feeling like I'm an imposter? You might relate with this. Have you ever had a time when you were so nervous about sending in a proposal to get that client that you really wanted to get because it was just such a big deal and you just didn't feel like your materials were good enough? Have you ever felt like you had a product that wasn't good enough that you really wanted to get into a large chain retailer, but you just don't feel the confidence that you need to submit that proposal to them? Or have you ever felt like you weren't good enough to nominate yourself for an award, even though everyone keeps telling you that you totally deserve it and that you should very much nominate yourself, but you just haven't come up with the courage to go bigger yet? This is what I call the imposter syndrome, feeling like what you're doing is just small potatoes, is not really great enough to share with the rest of the world. And my answer to that is it's not really about you. Imagine that if you found the cure to cancer, would you then say, well, I don't know, this cancer thing, maybe it's only going to benefit, I don't know if it really works yet, and maybe I shouldn't really go around and talk about it at all? Or would you be thinking that, you know what, I think someone else has a really good chance of this solving their problems. And so really I want to share this with the world and I'm going to go out there. It's not really about me, it's about the impact of what I do. And so that might be a bit extreme. Another example I can think of is perhaps you found a restaurant that you love. And so, do you tell everybody that you have this favorite restaurant? They absolutely must try it. It's fantastic, and you would love to share that experience with them. Or do you think about, well, I don't know, I don't really want to talk about the restaurant. I mean, I'm thinking about who cares about my choices, and maybe my opinion isn't really worth that much. I'm not really going to talk about it, right? That seems a bit ludicrous. Of course, if you remove the attention from yourself, thinking about, am I good enough? Is what I do great enough? And focus on the impact that your products or services has to solve the problems for your customers, you'll find that your attention moves away from thinking about, hey, what's my performance going to be? Am I going to be excellent in my performance? Am I going to do very well? When you move that to focus on your client, you'll start to find that, you know what, it's not really your responsibility to figure out if it's the right thing or not for them or not. Your responsibility is just to get the message out to the world, to let people know that if they have a problem, you have a solution that can solve their problem. And so it really is your responsibility and your duty to share that impact with the world and let them figure out if it's good enough for them and let them figure out if it's great enough. And you know what? If it's not the right product or the right service for them, you'll find somebody else that will benefit from what it is that you offer. So my homework for you this week is think about in what area in your life you've been struggling with feeling like an imposter and it's been holding you back in spreading your gift and in showing what you have to offer to the world. And I challenge you to then do it, to send it out there, to get it out there so that the world can start to experience what it is that you can offer to them and you can start solving the problems that your clients have.